Long ago, in a village cradled by the slow, winding waters of the Limpopo River, there was a crocodile named Chagli, who was both feared and revered. Known as the river's silent guardian, Chagli's voice rarely broke the river's gentle hum, until one moonlit night, when he released a roar that sent chills through every creature. What could make such a mighty being cry out in such sorrow? Today, we journey through the mystery of Chagli's lament, where the light of the moon reveals more than it hides, and a heart finds its truest strength. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled near the great Limpopo River, the people lived in harmony with the creatures of the land and water. The river was a lifeline, providing fish, cool breezes, and a sense of serenity. But the most feared and respected of all the river's denizens was Chagli, the ancient crocodile who had lived for generations, growing wise and powerful in the ways of the river spirits. The elders often spoke of him, saying, "When the crocodile sleeps, the river holds its breath." Chagli spent his days lurking in the deepest pools, his scales blending with the mud, his eyes gleaming like twin embers. But one moonlit night, something changed. The moon, full and golden, rose high in the sky, illuminating the river's surface. As the moonlight touched the water, Chagli lifted his massive head, and a great sorrow seemed to well up in his ancient heart. A mournful roar burst from his throat, echoing across the land, chilling the villagers to their bones. The village elder, Baba Hugma, gathered the people by the communal fire. "Chagli's roar is not of anger," he said, his voice heavy with wisdom. "It is a lament, a cry older than the river itself. When the crocodile roars at the moon, it is said he mourns for something lost." The villagers shivered, for they had never heard the mighty crocodile sound so sorrowful. Young Amina, curious and brave, whispered to her friend, Juna. "Why does Chagli mourn?" she asked. "The crocodile has everything in the river." But Juna only shook his head. "The deepest waters hide secrets even the bravest fish dare not swim to find," he replied, repeating an old proverb. Little did they know, the moon's light had awakened a memory in Chagli, a tale of love and betrayal that the river had tried to forget. The night after Chagli's lament, the river spirits gathered, their translucent forms shimmering like water under the starlight. They whispered among themselves, troubled by Chagli's cry. One spirit, a graceful figure named Nurang, floated to the crocodile's side. "Why do you mourn so, old one?" she asked, her voice soft as the river's song. "The moon hears your sorrow and wishes to know the reason for your roar." Chagli's amber eyes glistened with ancient pain. "Long ago, before the river knew me as its guardian, I was not the monster you see today," he rumbled. "I was once enchanted by the moon's beauty. She promised to share her light with me forever if I could prove my worth. But when I tried, I failed, and she turned her face from me. I roared then, as I roar now, for the love that was denied me." The spirits murmured, and Nurang's gaze softened. "Your heart is heavy with regret, but the moon cannot be easily won," she said. "You have guarded this river well, yet perhaps you have not truly atoned for the past." The other spirits nodded, and Nurang continued. "The moon has challenged you, Chagli. If you can offer a gift more radiant than her light, she may look upon you with favor once more." Chagli's scales shivered, for he had not expected another chance. "A gift brighter than the moon?" he echoed. "What could such a thing be?" The spirits fell silent, for even they did not know the answer. "Wisdom is the river's strongest current," Nurang said. "Seek it, and perhaps you will find the gift you need." With these words, she vanished, leaving Chagli alone with his thoughts and the shimmering path of moonlight stretching across the water. Determined to win back the moon's favor, Chagli called a council of the river's creatures. Fish, turtles, herons, and even the shy otters gathered at the riverbank, curious about his plan. "Friends of the river," Chagli declared, his voice deep and commanding. I seek a gift that shines brighter than the moon. Will you help me find it? The heron, wise and graceful, tilted his long neck. The brightest jewel cannot outshine the moon, Chagli, he said thoughtfully. Perhaps wisdom lies not in what we see, but in what we feel. The fish, shimmering in the morning light, leaped from the water. We have seen diamonds glittering at the bottom of the river, one called. But Chagli shook his great head. A diamond, though bright, is not enough. Amina, who had been watching from the reeds, could no longer contain her curiosity. With a boldness that surprised even herself, she stepped forward. Great Chagli, she said, her voice steady, perhaps the gift you seek is not a treasure of the river. My grandmother says, a gift from the heart is worth more than gold. The creatures of the river murmured in agreement, and even Chagli's stern eyes softened at the child's words. You are wise for your years, little one, he said. But how can a heart's gift shine brighter than the moon? Amina pondered for a moment. Maybe you must find something that brings hope to all who see it, she offered. Chagli's mind churned like the river's currents, and he decided that his quest must go beyond the river's boundaries. He would travel the land, seeking wisdom from the earth and sky to discover the gift that could win back the moon. Chagli left the river for the first time in many years, his heavy body carrying him across the plains where the acacia trees whispered in the wind. He met a wise elephant named Wabga, whose ears flapped thoughtfully as he listened to the crocodile's quest. You seek a gift brighter than the moon? Wabga mused. I have seen the sunrise paint the sky with fire. Surely that is the brightest gift of all. But Chagli was not convinced. The sunrise belongs to the day, and the moon will not be outshone by it, he replied. Wabga nodded, and his deep voice rumbled. Sometimes strength lies in knowing what cannot be won. Chagli pressed on, seeking wisdom from the wind, the trees, and even the fireflies that danced at dusk. Yet no answer satisfied his longing. One evening, he came upon a baobab tree, ancient and wise, whose branches stretched like arms toward the heavens. The tree spoke slowly, its voice creaking with age. Chagli, you have searched far and wide, but have you listened to your own heart? The crocodile fell silent, taken aback. My heart? He asked. What does my heart know of gifts and moonlight? The baobab chuckled. A river flows in two directions, one seen and one unseen, it said. Perhaps the moon does not want jewels or fire, but something pure, something that has always been within you. Chagli pondered this, the truth dawning upon him like the first light of dawn. He realized then that his quest had led him back to himself, to the river and the love he had always held within his heart. Chagli returned to the Limpopo River, where the villagers and river creatures waited anxiously. The moon rose high, her light casting silver paths on the water. Chagli lifted his voice, not in a roar of sorrow, but in a song, a deep, rumbling melody that told of love, loss, and hope. The river spirits emerged, dancing to his music, and the villagers were awestruck. The moon paused in her ascent, listening. What is this gift, Chagli? She asked, her voice as soft as moonlight. The crocodile's eyes shone with the wisdom he had gained. I offer you the song of my heart, a song of the river and all who dwell within it. It is a song of unity, of love that flows without end. The moon was silent, then smiled down upon him, her light glowing brighter. Your gift is pure, old one, she said. It shines not with jewels or flames, but with the truth of the river's soul. I accept your offering. The villagers and creatures cheered, for they felt the moon's blessing upon the land. The river shimmered with newfound harmony, and Chagli's heart felt lighter than it had in centuries. Amina, watching with wide eyes, turned to Juna. The heart is the greatest treasure, she whispered, and Juna nodded, for the lesson was clear. Chagli, the mighty crocodile, had roared at the moon not in sorrow, but in love, and in doing so had reminded all who heard him that the truest gifts are those born from the heart. The tale of Chagli's quest became a legend, passed from generation to generation, teaching that wisdom, love, and unity are the brightest lights of all. The story of Chagli, the mighty crocodile of the Limpopo, does not end with his roar, nor with the moon's haunting glow over the river. This tale, like the river itself, flows beyond the boundaries of mere words, carrying with it a timeless truth, one that reflects both the depth of sorrow and the power of inner strength. Dear viewers, as we bid farewell to this haunting legend, let us ponder the lesson woven through Chagli's sorrowful call. When we look up at the moon, we may see its calm beauty, unaware of the struggles and mysteries it silently witnesses each night. Like the crocodile's ancient spirit, our hearts can carry burdens unknown to the world around us, yet they remain resilient, learning to thrive despite the weight. In Chagli's story, we find that even the most feared or powerful among us may still long for connection, for a past that was lost to time, or for memories cherished and gone. The crocodile's roar reminds us that expressing grief is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to the life he has lived and the wisdom he carries. It is through our emotions, our joys, sorrows, and everything in between, that we connect with the spirit of the world around us. As you reflect on this tale, remember Chagli's lament as a call to embrace our own depths, to honor the stories of those before us, and to find courage in the face of life's mysteries. Just as the river spirits came to Chagli, may we too find comfort in our connections, offering support to one another as we navigate the river of life. Thank you for journeying with us through When the Crocodile Roared at the Moon. As you go forth, may the tale inspire you to look a little deeper and to seek the stories within those around you. And may you carry forward the knowledge that sometimes our greatest strengths lie in embracing even our most profound sorrows. If this tale touched you as it did us, remember to subscribe for more stories that capture the heart and spirit of timeless wisdom. May we all find strength in our own roars and the solace of those who listen. In the description box below, you'll find links to our collection of ebooks and audiobooks, each offering a window into a world rich with culture, mystery, and meaning. Embrace the wisdom of folklore, celebrate the magic of storytelling, and allow these ancient tales to enrich your path forward. Until our next adventure, keep seeking, keep learning, and may the whispers of ancient tales guide your way. Farewell, dear viewer, and may the spirit of the Limpopo's depths remind you that even the quietest hearts can hold the mightiest of roars.